Initiating moisture.
Welcome to the Moist Meter. When it comes to online reviewing of shit, it's basically a battle royale, except we're the undisputed unanimous winner of this battle royale. The Moist Meter is the king, the only one you can trust, and today we're turning our omniscient gaze towards Apex Legends. It's the newest condom tossed atop the pile of condoms known as the battle royale genre, and this one's made by a developer that I have a lot of respect for. This is made by Respawn of Titanfall fame in collaboration with EA. I don't know if EA helped. They might have just farted in the office and called it a day. I'm really not sure what role EA's played in it, but it's published through EA, who nobody likes, no one has respect for, me included. But I'm happy to say that it is a good battle royale game. At the time of recording this, I have 12 wins and about 15 hours worth of gameplay. I'm basically the fucking Shroud of Apex Legends, if Shroud didn't also play Apex Legends. Now, I don't know if this is something Respawn really was passionate about making, or if EA just shoved their micro dick down the throat of Respawn and forced them to abandon Titanfall to make this one. There's really no telling, but Respawn made a quality battle royale product here. And in this modern day and age, making a battle royale game that doesn't immediately eat shit and die within the first 3 hours of its launch is a fucking accomplishment in and of itself. That's a fucking 100 gamerscore Xbox achievement right there. So the game does have legs to stand on, and I do think it has staying power. When I initially played this game on stream, twitch.tv/moistcritical, about the first 8 hours of it, I considered it a mediocre battle royale game, and honestly, it was very much like a free-to-play Blackout, which is Black Ops 4's battle royale mode. But as I played more, I'm up to about 15-16 hours worth of playtime on it. As I played more and really understood the mechanics more, I see that it's more than a mediocre game. It is a fucking good game, though it is still very much like Blackout. I stand by that assessment, but it is a better battle royale than Blackout. The gunplay is tight, albeit at times seems a bit inconsistent with what it considers a hit, also with what damage does what. Sometimes you'll point blank someone with a shotgun and it'll do 7 damage just off the top, like you just fucking flicked a booger at them. Other times you'll shoot them in the foot and it does 200 damage with the same weapon. It does seem inconsistent with what hits and for what damage, but overall it is very tight and responsive. It's a very rewarding style of play. If you're very aggressive, then you have some classes that can help complement that, like the Pathfinder is very good for some verticality and speed. The Wraith is also very good for some tactical plays to get behind them, use portals and shit. It's a really versatile game using these different classes that all have different abilities. The abilities are kind of similar to, I don't want to say Overwatch shit because it's not even close, but there are abilities here, like in some hero shooters, that really do change the playstyle for each class. One thing that works for one class will not work for another, and it's really nice to figure out what's best suited for your playstyle. You also are forced into 3-man teams, which has its ups and downs. I would like a solo option, but having a 3-man team is nice with the classes because then you can have a nice team comp that complements each other really well and synergize as well. It also has two unique mechanics that solve a lot of problems in battle royale games. The biggest one, the one that I'm a huge fan of that Apex Legends does, is the pinging system. The pinging system allows you to mark an enemy, mark a location you think you guys should go, mark an item you think your team might want, mark where you think a good bush to take a piss behind is. It's a system that allows you to communicate with your team if you don't have a mic, and it's also showing exactly where you want them to look instead of just giving a vague assessment when you're with your boys on Discord, like, hey, there's a man eating a chocolate bar right behind that barrel on the left side, and then everyone's fucking confused because what barrel are you talking about? Here, you ping it and they can see the ping and know exactly what you're talking about. It is a great system that I think every battle royale needs going forward. It is a game changer. Another great system it has is they have a respawn mechanic, and it's a really well thought out one. When you die, you go down. If you get killed while down, you leave behind a banner that your team has a little over a minute to claim. If they claim that banner, they can take it to a respawn location and they can revive you. It takes a couple of seconds for that to go through, so you're out in the open in this respawn point, and they can another team can take you out, but if no one does or you outfight them, you can get a teammate back. And it's a really great system if you had an unlucky drop and you get fucked in the ass because someone got a better drop than you. And you can just come back if your team's carrying and it's good to go. It is a great system. Both those two systems are beautiful and really, really work well in this game. Now let's get to some shortcomings in the game. Some of the weapons are just utterly fucking useless, just absolute unmitigated garbage. It's weapons that you should never pick up at any stage of the game. If you were fucking starving in the desert, you came across the Mozambique and you could break it apart for water, just don't even fucking do it. These weapons, such as the Mozambique, do no damage at any range and are just completely fucking useless, and you're better off using your fist or spitting on the enemy. Some weapons are just genuinely awful, absolutely awful, and you're better off not touching them. So I think some weapons need some buffs. I don't really think there's any weapons that are too strong at the moment, except for maybe the Mastiff, but that's a legendary, so it should be pretty rewarding to get. But there are just some weapons that you would never, ever want to pick up. The Alternator, the Mozambique are the two big ones I can think of off the top of my head. And there's also some classes that lag behind the others, some that are just significantly less useful in any composition, such as Caustic. Caustic is a joke. Caustic is a character that's built around gas and gas traps. So his gas traps fucking suck. He just plants a giant water balloon of fart fumes, and it goes off and does literally 1 damage. It poisons them for 1 damage. It's useless. I guess you can use it for tagging enemies, but it's really easy to avoid. It's not a huge area. It's just fundamentally awful for tagging and for also doing damage. The only use that Caustic's traps have is to slow down the enemy by making them laugh. You plant a trap, the enemy team sees it, they stop for a minute to giggle because they know you're a fucking idiot for choosing Caustic. His ult is a giant area of effect gas bomb that all the times I've used it, and I've used it about 10 times now, the most damage I've gotten out of it is 7. It ticks from 1 up to 7, and it's so fucking laughable that I just wanted to quit the game the second I threw it each time. Everything in Caustic's kit is bad. There's no reason any team should ever have Caustic on it, under no circumstances. And the last complaint I have about Apex, and it's nothing that Respawn can help with, is EA. EA's fucking servers crash constantly. You know, actually I don't know if it's EA, but I'm going to blame EA because it feels like it's on their side, considering I get origin errors that just kick me out of the game sometimes, kick me back to the main menu, or just cause me to disconnect randomly. I think that's an EA server side issue or some shit. I'm really not positive, but it is a big damper on a good battle royale game. Let's go ahead and plug this shit into the moist meter. I'm giving Apex Legends a 75%. I really do think this is one of the best battle royale games out at the moment. It is extremely well done, and in 2019, it's something to celebrate that a game comes out and it actually fucking works for the most part. This game runs very well, works very well, and it's a very well-made game, which is rare in this day and age where everything's fucking early access beta. This is a full release battle royale, and it feels like it. It really feels like it. It is a good game, very, very much worth playing if you're a fan of the genre. That's it. See ya.